It's DJ GQ, King of Clubs, Mr. Let 'em Know, Mr. Y-100 Miami, and this is IAM210Jack.com with Demitra Roche.
Alright, so I'm here with DJ GQ, King of Clubs, Y-100.
Yeah!
Thank you for sitting down with us today. First and foremost, I have to talk to you about how long you've been in this game. How long has it been already?
Man, long.
Give us a number.
Let me see. Well, I learned to DJ on YouTube.
Really?
Oh, no, it's been like 20 years. Trust me. There's
okay,
no
so
YouTube,
before
yeah.
YouTube. Right.
Yeah.
And how did you actually begin DJing?
I was a promoter in Jamaica when I was about 14,
Okay.
15 years old. And I became the youngest promoter in Jamaica. I had like Pepsi and Appleton and stuff like that sponsoring.
Really?
Yeah, it was madness. My parents hated it though. They didn't want me to do the music business. And my cousin had a DJ clique up here named Oasis. And it was like, you know, a handful of DJ guys that all went on to do bigger things. And I was managing them. And then we kind of like, you know, went our separate ways. And then I decided to go hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I noticed that your sound isn't so much reggae and hip hop. You have more of an international appeal. Why did you decide to make that switch?
Well, okay, when I did the transition from reggae to hip hop, that was hard because, you know, whenever you're in a genre, you're very hard typecasted. But when I was playing hip hop right up to mid 2000s and probably about 2008 to 9, most of the clubs I was at was open format and, you know, house tinged nightclubs. So I started playing a lot of house. And then Y100, my program director at Y100 stepped to me and he said, you know what, you're at Opium, Off the Hookah, Blue Martini, and these are all our biggest advertisers, and if I'd be interested in radio. And I became the first top 40 mixer for Y100.
Wow.
So that right there just changed my format again. Yeah.
And do you have, I mean, I know you're a lover of music, but do you have a preference? Like when you're spinning, is it...
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me preferences in my personal preference.
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, as far as to play, like, what do you think moves the people more?
I play all over the world. I actually got nominated for a Global Spin Award for International DJ of the Year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so, you know, but the thing is, wherever I go, I always try to implement my dancehall roots. You know, so, you know, it could be, you know, whether... You know, Walshy Fire for Major Lazer and I were down in Trinidad or the Bahamas or, you know, in Europe, you know, even if it's for open format house kind of vibe, I'll always integrate, you know, the dancehall style because I look at myself as an ambassador to dancehall music.
All right, and I think we do too, definitely. Now, tell our viewers a little bit more about your other musical projects. Like I know that you DJ, but you also produce and do some other things.
Well, I'm actually, I used to help, I still do, people with projects, you know, and I consult, but I'm actually putting out my own records now. So in the next 2 months, I'm gonna drop my first project, and it's gonna be a DJ GQ single called Don't Stop Dancing. It has a couple samples, so I'm working that out right now, so I can't feature it on IAM210Jack.com just yet. It's coming.
It's coming.
But when I give people advice, I always tell them they shouldn't focus on albums, you know, because we're in a day and age where, you know, people need to blow up first before you go push, you know, a dozen songs on someone that doesn't know who you are. So I have 3 or 4 strong singles that I'm going to drop first, and after that I'll probably start talking about an album situation.
Okay. Even though I know you can't really talk too much about the specific singles, can you tell us a little bit about some of the major names that you've helped, consulted with? I know that you do some work with Kevin Lyttle.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, Kevin Little's like my brother. When Turn Me On was the #2 song in the world, I was his DJ, and I toured the world for the first time with Kevin Lyttle. I was Akon's first DJ. I mean, everybody local, you know, I've messed with, you know, from Pitt, you know, straight down. But Mr. Vegas, you know, is, you know, one of my close friends, and you know, I help him with his US stuff. I'm actually gonna have Walshy Fire, Major Lazer on my birthday, August 27th.
27th.
And I'm gonna have Mr. Vegas on it too. Kevin Lyttle will be on it. I have a couple other, surprises. It's gonna be serious.
Yeah.
Iam210jack.com will have a feature on that.
Sounds good. And then also what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about is, I'm sure that you have people coming to you, bringing you music all the time. Are you open to working with up and coming artists, producers? Do you have a filter? Like, what do you...
I was notorious for it because, I would help anybody. And I realized for some strange reason I still have it in my blood. Last Sunday, I was sitting here and I had like, a session that I was finishing and it finished early and I had like about an hour. And I just started replying to like people who were emailing me about their tracks. And I need to stop. Like not being so involved because to the point where it's hurting me because of my time. But I'm always open to helping people, and anytime I get a moment, I give advice still, to what I think, on direction people should go. There are a couple people that just reached out to me to host a mixtape for them, which I haven't done in a while. And I think the last mixtape I hosted was like for Trina and Quote. It's been like years.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. So I'm still, I'm down to help. If I can do anything for someone, and it doesn't kill me.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How important do you feel versatility is as far as your career choice?
Very, very important. As a matter of fact, nowadays the way DJing has evolved to, you'll find all the biggest names have their hand in multiple things. As a matter of fact, music in general. Whether it's you're Puffy and you've now invested in Revolt or Ciroc, or if you're Jay-Z and you've invested in a basketball team. It's a platform to evolve to bigger things. I have certain ventures that I'm gonna go into myself. But also I'll remember to give back. Because like I'm also a member of the Grammy Association. I just did Grammy Camp down at
Wow.
Yeah, talked to 1,000 kids. About other jobs in the music business, because so they don't just come in thinking, oh, I'm just going to be a star producer or rapper. Let them know about jobs behind the scenes, other things that they can do that they can earn good livings off of. There are other things to do besides just I'm a DJ or
Right.
I'm a rapper, I want to be Rick Ross.
Do you feel that the job of the DJ has become a little bit less important because of the internet and all of this mumbo jumbo?
More. I'm gonna tell you right now. I was listening to some DJs talking about, oh man, after Serato, everybody got a laptop. Now everybody's a DJ. But what it did was, it raised the bar on the two handful of us that I feel were running South Florida, and
Yeah.
it elevated us. To the point where we became household names, and anybody under us, you don't hear about them. Literally the new generation, when you talk about like DJ Frankie P, who's on Hits, or DJ CX, who's on Power 96, these cats that are like 20 to 23 years old now, they're diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear about, all these, amazing young DJs unless they're like, top of the food chain, so, and then all the other DJs, like, my generation, and funny enough, even older, David Guetta's 44, 45 years old.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it catapulted all the people who've been in the business, for years to almost legendary status. You know what I mean? So like EPS and EFN and we are all here and we're here to stay. I think we're gonna now DJing, in the 90s or the 2000s, early 2000s, you'd be like, oh, that's not a job. Now, you could be.
It's the job.
Yeah, exactly. So you have DJs like on Father Power and Stone Love, which Stone Love is like the most legendary DJ clique in Jamaica. Father Power will still go behind the turntables, or like, Delano on Renaissance, he's maybe just like my age, a little bit older, will still play. These guys, are DJs, and it's a career to stay.
All right, so you have the birthday party, August 27th. We have 3 or 4 unknown singles that you can't even preview for us.
Next time.
Okay. And you have Off the Hookah.
Okay, the clubs I'm at.
Yes.
I'm at Off the Hookah West Palm Beach every other Thursday. I'm at Sin downtown Fort Lauderdale every other Thursday because that was the old Off the Hookah.
Right.
I'm at Blue Martini Boca every other Wednesday. I'm at Swamp at the Hard Rock every Friday. I'm once a month at Blue Martini Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. I'm once a month at West Palm Off the Hookah on Saturday. And most of the Saturdays next month I'm going to be out of the country.
Okay, great. So I guess we'll catch up with you whenever we can. We'll try. All right, one last thing. I just want to know, is there anything advice-wise that you can give to any up-and-coming producers, DJs, somebody who right now thinks that that's what they want to do? What would you tell them, knowing all that you know now, 20 plus years knowledge?
All right, well, of course, talking to me, you can tell that I could probably go on forever. So
I can tell.
I'm going to give you the short and curly because it's a very intense thing. Just like I said, studying medicine, you can't pick up a book and read it and then, it's like, okay, I'm a doctor and I can perform brain surgery. But you have to live music. Like, you can't do music part-time if you want to become the best. So as a producer, rapper, singer, you have to wake up 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday and live it. So you're gonna, if you're a rapper or a singer, start calling promoters, festivals, whatever else, or anything that falls into your criteria, on whether it's college tours, any little thing locally that you can get on, nightclubs that will take you on. As a producer, you have to wake up 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday and start producing, get those sound kits, start making tracks that are relevant. Don't sit down and do something outlandish. Like, for instance, with Outkast, people don't realize it, but when they came out with Sorry Miss Jackson and the Throw Your Hands in the Air and all those stuff, they were mimicking New York. Because I'm a Hustler Baby, Nori Nothing, these are the songs that were done in the place. So when they sold 1 million albums and now Outkast became, the name you knew, they did Bombs Over Baghdad and Hey Ya and all the box stuff. Right. But I meet a lot of people now that are like, oh, my sound is different. That's bad. You know what I mean? You need to do what's working, because me as a DJ, if you hand me a track and it's not something that can fit in my sets, I'm not going to play it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't fit it in. I'm not going to take the chance and ruin my room. But if I'm playing Don't Tell 'Em and, a bunch of mustard tracks, and you give me something R&B, hip-hop that can fit in, and I'm like, wow, this actually has a good sound, I'm going to put it in. So don't go against the grain. Work with what's out here now, so you can fit in, get in where you fit in, and after that reinvent the wheel.
All right. I need to know where we can find you. I know you hate social media, but you still have to tell.
I don't hate social media.
You still have to tell the viewers where we can find you.
At Twitter at DJGQ, Instagram DJGQ Worldwide, and Facebook DJGQS.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I know we could go on for like 10 more hours, but we only have 10 minutes. So thank you.
Definitely. Thanks. I am 210jack.com.